Okay. Okay, so first of all, we need to see that some security services, that is what I'm talking about. So I'll write here. So objective is that security services. So cryptography, not only for, not just for confidentiality, but there are many other things. Again, so all of them also I cannot able to write. I'll write few of them. So what is that I want to say is that security services. So I'm listing main security services. Okay, at least in this course we can look into. One is that I told you the confidentiality, right? So one is the confidentiality. What is the confidentiality means? Information kept secret, right? Kept secret from
against a passive adversary.
So information kept secret from all but authorized. I'm just writing much more. Authorized persons, parties, or whatever you can say, right? Are you clear with this? So this is the first thing. And second thing is that so first one is the confidentiality. I hope all of you clear with this confidentiality. So confidentiality, confidentiality is with how we achieve this. Okay, so that I'm writing here with encryption algorithms. This is done with encryption algorithms. Encryption algorithms are used to get the confidentiality. So I'll come to that again. What are encryption algorithms, right? So again, these encryption algorithms are further divided into symmetric key encryptions and asymmetric encryptions, right? Or public key encryptions that we already studied few of them. So second aspect is integrity. So simply integrity, or we can also call the message. Some people call message integrity. Okay, some people call it as data integrity. So generally we can say integrity. So integrity. So what is integrity means? Integrity means message have not been modified. Sorry, messages have not been modified in transit. So in transit means while it is communicating, right? So how integrity can be achieved? It is not by encryption methods. Okay, so this is here we can use, I will not explain, but with MAC, message authentication codes, okay, that we will discuss in near future, which is a part of the syllabus, and digital signature. So these things we are not discussed as such. Okay.
Hash function also. Yes, sir.
Hello, somebody saying something?
Yes, okay. Hash function too.
So integrity generally these two. Okay. So hash function can be again utilized inside MAC, inside digital signatures. I do not want to go much. I have some reservations, right? So hash again used here and here, but I want to say that so hash can be utilized. How utilized inside a MAC, and that will automatically help you that hash is used in integrity, right? So there is a hash based max, and in the digital signature also there is a hash we will utilize. So hash is automatically part of it. Only with hash also can be done, but these are the main features. Yeah, so other third aspect is that, so somebody can tell me what is third one?
Authentication.
Authentication, right? Good. So that is called message authentication or simply authentication, correct? Message authentication. Okay, here at least these are important for us before continuing the course. So that's why I asked you to everyone concentrate. Message authentication. Okay, what do you mean by message authentication? The sender of a message, the sender of a message is authentic. See, I will say that there is no exam today, right? Somebody mail you, so then you will not believe it unless and until there is a something. So, for example, VC send that tomorrow is a holiday, then how do you believe? So there is a signature or something, some authentication is required. The sender of the message is authentic. So an alternative ways to say is that data origin authentication. Okay, alternative way. Data origin authentication. Okay. Okay, so generally this is okay. Where it is originated. So that has to be authentic. It should be authentic. You cannot believe, right? Anything. So how we can be achieved this authentication? So again here, Mac. So name itself is suggesting message authentication codes are again digital signatures. Are you clear with? So of course you don't know what is message authentication and digital signature. I'm going to discuss now. Today I'm going to discuss digital signatures. With that we'll realize. So message authentication or digital signature, the sender of a message is authentic. The alternative is data origin authentication. So any questions here? Okay. So what is the last one? We are looking generally discussing.
Non-repudiation.
Non-repudiation. So if you able to see it, then you can try in Google. You will understand that. If you type repudiation, if you type repudiation, it will give that not denying the thing or not accepting. Non-repudiation means you cannot deny. You cannot act. You do not say I'm not accepting. You cannot say that. So repudiation is denying or not accepting. Non-repudiation is negation of that, right? So what is that main thing is that so here this cannot be done by using Mac. This is one thing we need to do only by using digital signatures. So digital signatures. Yeah. So what actually meaning of this one? This is the sender. Okay. The sender of a message. The sender of a message cannot deny. Cannot deny the creation of the message. Okay, so you know that when secret key encryption, this cannot be done, right? Encryption, only encryption methods cannot be used here. Are you okay? We discussed in the last class, but again I will tell you. So in the encryption algorithms, so both sender and so here this is mainly when see the Alice and Bob, those who are main parties. If they are not harnessed, then we can't do anything. Okay, because they know the keys, so they can do something. Then it is a problem, right? Are you following that part? Say yes or no. Say.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So these are the things. So these are the main securities, but there are many things actually. Nowadays, cryptography used that is called cyber security. You can call. Okay, it is a part of that. Identification, anonymity. There are many other security services are available by using the cryptography, but we cannot discuss all of them. So our main focus is these 4 security services. Okay, not just encryption. So people think that cryptography means only encryption. So that means information kept secret from all but authorized parties. It is not only that. See, when the attacker, there are attackers, right? Active attacker and passive attacker, right? So if there are no attackers, even encryption methods also not required. Okay, right? So there are no attackers, everything is fine. So but problem is that there are so many attackers, right? So attackers. So if the attacker is passive attacker, then no problem. So what is the passive attacker means? Somebody can tell me?
They cannot change the message.
So they can see the
Message.
ciphertext, right? So they can see the ciphertext, but they cannot change it. Active attackers have many powers. Again, here there are so many ways we can say. Activeless, there is a degree of activeness. How many powers they have. So depending upon that, things will vary. See, sometimes, so if there are only passive attackers, there is no problem, right? There are no active attackers, then there is no, this confidentiality will ensure everything, most of it. Means, of course, see, I'm saying again, so this message, integrity, certain things can be still achieved. This message authentication, of course, we can, this particular thing, for example, non-repetition and all, we cannot again deny. They can happen even then, right? But whereas integrity can be achieved, right? If there are no, when integrity part comes actually, why this is a threat or why, when it is going to play a role, why we need to
When the channel is not secure.
not secure is okay, but not secure
and-
passive attackers also will be there. That is
Okay,
also
so
not
when-
secure. They are getting ciphertext.
So when the active attackers are there.
Active attackers are there, but it is true that active attackers are also there. Active attackers, what he will do, he or she will do. Yes.
They can alter the message.
They can alter the ciphertext. Right?
Ciphertext,
Yes.
yeah.
So see, message is sent. Alice sent to Bob. Eve saw that Eve is not. Eve is active. Now ciphertext they will change. Then Bob will receive another ciphertext, right? So when Bob believe that it is sent by the allies, and even though it is not meaningful, so he will ask allies to send again. But it is anyhow problem is there. If it is meaningful, then Bob will think that this is the message sent by the allies. Any questions here? Integrity part is okay.
So then authentication will also play a role there, right?
Yeah,
Because
everything is a play role, ma'am. Everything is play role. But I am going one after the another. Integrity is okay. Yeah.
yes, sir.
Authentication part, you are correct. Authentication is that actually now that is also related to where the sender, right? Now that is your point, correct? That's why what you are saying, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now Babu got message from, actually he got message from Eve, not from the LIS, right?
Alice,
And
yes,
see,
yes.
modified. So message authentication is a problem. So once message authentication, that's why people say that if message authentication is ensured, then integrity is also ensured. Right?
Yes,
Does
yes,
it
sir.
make sense?
Yes, correct.
So what you are saying is very good. I understand, appreciate that. Okay. Yeah, good. So non-repudiation, message authentication, you are correct that. So at least you are following, you are responding. So I think every other person now till now understood, right? And the non-repudiation means that the sender will not see. For example, this is what I told. Right? So LIS is there and Bob is there. So they will send later. Bob can change the data. So they will go to a judge, right? There is a dispute come, they will go to a judge. So LIS and Bob. So actually the content I am taking from, everything is taken from Understanding Cryptography by Christopher Parr. Okay. So because videos are available, if not me, you can go to his videos in YouTube and you can understand. So I'm following his book. Okay. That first thing I want to convey that to you. And so there is a and there is a chapter called 10th chapter that is related to these signatures, digital signatures. There he give one example. Okay, so for example, LIS is a car dealer. Okay, and Bob is selling, want to buy a car. Okay, so then he asked that interior is in the pink color, outside is orange color, right? And LA is very happy that generally those pink and orange no one asks. So that car is now she very happy and she sell to Bob. That is what it is written in the book. That example I am telling you. So Bob, when it taken to, then many family members are not happy with the selection. Wife told that I will divorce you if you do not change the car, right? So then there is no way that there is no agreement that we can exchange a car or something. Okay. So Bob say that completely denying, I'm not at all ordered. Why you send the car to me? Something like that. Okay, then they go to a judge. So, but we cannot resolve it. Okay, that's why these extra only secure communication will not confidentiality itself is not sufficient. So integrity, this non-repudiation or message authentication, all these things are required. Okay, so that's why today we are going to discuss about related to the digital signature schemes. Any questions till now you want to ask me, ask. Any comments also you can make. If you understand, you want to make more comments, you can make.
So, the non-repetition also guarantees message authentication?
No. These two are different, right? See, so it is not where it came from. So see, message authentication is that exactly who want to send you, exactly that person sent, right? The sender of the messenger is authentic. An alternative is data origin authentication. So I told you that one example I gave you, tomorrow is a holiday. So is it authentic or not? So when you authenticate it, when you completely happy that you will assume that correct, it is correct, right? So somebody has to sign it. Hello.
Yeah.
So like that is the thing. That is a different. Na? So this non-reputation, what happens? Sender is denying. I am not send it that.
Okay. Yeah.
So, sir, additionally, I would like to say,
Yes.
uh, so authentication is actually required during the communication, when the communication is happening. But non-repudiation is required when previous communications or commitment are there.
Okay. Now I get it. Yeah.
Are you getting my point here? So non-repudiation, whenever some previous commitment has been done, then after that it is that we don't want to somebody let deny that you did something in past.
That is why I told that they will go to a court or somewhere. Then how do you judge, how do you say that, right? For example, you both we are
Yeah.
discussing in the cell phone. We both are now. I am discussing, right? I told you that you got 100 marks, right? So 100 out of 100 you got. Okay, now do not store this video and go to court if you do not get 100 out of 100 later. Okay, so then so later I can deny I not said this. So communication तो हो गया है बाद में. Yeah, is it okay now or any questions? Okay, good. So now that I'm going to that signature part, right? That's why I brought that. So signature. So here we are discussing digital signature, right? So we are going to think about digital signature. So main problem is that more education and more things, more unemployment problems and all, active attackers becoming are active. Okay, that's creating problem to us. Okay, and you day to day, you see that how many things are happening, and moreover you are in Mumbai. Okay, so financial capital, and you know that so how these are important there. Okay, so and you know that many land things and many contracts, if you go to bank, you will fill up the form. This signatures are important and all these things, right? So signature scheme, okay, a signature scheme is a method of signing a message stored in electronic form. Simply like this, but I'll explain more and more. So this is very upper layer. So onion ka upper layer hota hai na? So this is me. Signature scheme is a method of signing a message stored in electronic form. So first thing is this. Okay. So with the conventional signature, with the conventional signature, so a signature is part of, right? In the general signatures, what happens? Signature is part of the physical document, right? Is it okay? Physical document being signed. Are you fine? Are you fine? What I'm said? Not complicated thing, right? Yeah. So I'm going to new page. Okay. Right. Okay. But whereas in the digital signature, what happens? In the digital signature, okay. See, not attached generally, not attached physically. To messages. So everything has some pros and cons. Though, so somebody read more, then they will object for everything. Okay, but okay, don't worry about those. So that algorithm, we have some algorithm. Okay, we have some algorithm that is used. So we have some algorithm that is used. Must somehow bind the message. Somehow bind the signature to message. Okay, there is some algorithm. That algorithm binds the signature to the message. Okay, so that I will tell you. And also there is a thing called verification. So you will verify na signature. Bank, if you go to bank, you sign it, and the before giving the money to you, the bank employee will check it, right? But the difference here is that here anyone can verify. Anyone can verify. That is the beauty of this. Anyone can verify. Okay, and it depends on the verification is depends upon the public key encryption. So entire digital signature schemes, so usually, so as far as I know till now, whatever we have, they are depends upon the public key cryptography. Are you fine? I'll tell you why, how we can do it in a short time. So there are two things actually. So now I am coming to the actual picture. So digital signature. So digital signature. So there are two things are there. Okay, one is called a signing algorithm. A signing algorithm. Algorithm will be there. Okay, so generally you will sign it and then will verify. Na? Similarly here also, but it is an algorithm. A signing algorithm will be there, and then what is next one? Hello.
Verifying algorithm.
Hello. Yes.
Verifying algorithm.
Verifying algorithm. Okay. Vikram came. Okay. So verifying algorithm. Okay. These two will be there. So again, I am writing much more now mathematically. So signing algorithm is denoted like this, but actually this key and the verification key, they are different. Okay, don't worry about that. But I am writing some key here. But do not assume that the symmetric key jaisa both are same. Do not assume like that. Okay, but this is for the subject ke liye. So what is that signature algorithm will do? It is like a function, algorithm and functions, right? The function will give some input, it will give some output. So algorithm means a function. So it take a message X and with a key K, and it will give the output. This is called signature. Okay. So verification will, whatever it will do, it will take message as well as the signature, and it will, so this has to belong to true or false. Okay, 0 or 1. Okay. So we'll discuss these things in a while. Is it okay? Pranita, I am going fast.
No, sir. It's okay.
Is it everything fine till now?
Yes, sir.
Huh?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So digital signature has two things. One is the signing algorithm and the verification algorithm. Both have keys. Keys will be utilized. So signing algorithm takes message X and key K and outputs the signature. Why is the signature? This guy is signature. Okay. So signing ho gaya. So then later other party will verify it. Okay. Yeah. So actual definition now I'm going to give you, right? So, okay, I'll start here and it may go to next page also, definition. So this particular definition I taken from some book by Stinson. Okay. Somewhere I liked this definition. So, but anyhow, don't worry about all those things. A signature scheme is a phi tuple. Signature scheme is a phi tuple. Okay. What is this phi tuple? P, A, K, S, signing algorithm, verification algorithm, key space. I think these three are fine with you. What is plea? Somebody can tell me.
Lint.
Yeah, so P is, yeah, so not public key. P is a finite set of possible messages. P is the finite set of possible messages. Okay. Next one is that A. So A is the finite set of possible signatures. Okay, and please, K is the key space. Key space, and what is this? Set of all possible keys. Again, finite set. Finite set of all possible keys. Okay.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, please.
So like, I was just thinking that is it possible to use protocol as a signature? Like if A and B decide on one, like
Right.
some-
See, protocol, it is not a protocol. Again, I am signing something. Okay, I am giving, I am sending it to somebody, right? So you will verify it. See, I am signing. So, but so there are two things are there. Protocols are actually establishing something. So, yeah, you say something now, then I will continue.
hello.
Okay, so we do one thing. So do you allow me to tell protocol define properly in the next class? Do you allow me like that?
Yes, sir, yes. So I was just asking that like how in elliptic cryptography, like or in other things, we agree on a common element for the that is for key exchange, but instead of that, can we use the same idea for signature? That was what I was asking.
Right. See, now I'll go into that actually. So in the digital signature schemes also, again, three things are there. First, we'll generate keys. This is common. Here there is a protocol. So that is called key generation method. One step is for key generation first. Okay. So, and here also, again, there are, so I'll come to that. See, again, it may be protocol, not be protocol, depending upon the situations. Okay, for example, you know that, so if I give one example, you will realize each thing, each part, there are, so depending upon the context, can be converted to protocol, not protocol. So it depends on the situation.
Okay, sir. Yes, sir. Yes.
So can I say something more?
Yeah, to say.
Rohan, actually, while defining the protocol, protocol actually requires the involvement of both parties. So first one party will share something to another, and then second party will share something. Then some common goal is achieved by that protocol.
That we already told actually.
But yeah, but in a digital signature scheme, so it may not be because digital signature can be used to create message itself and then creating signature on that, and then it is sending to some other person. So only digital signature can be used for this purpose only. So while there might also be second case that some Bob has a message and he wants to get a sign of Alice, then he will send first and then Bob will get the sign. So in a first case, protocol cannot serve the purpose.
Okay. Yes. Yes.
See, each one is little differences are there. Okay, you will say that, for example, Alice and Bob, so first exchange the keys, then they will start the entire procedure. Okay, so then I'll say that first part is key exchange, so ho gaya pehle, so that is called a protocol. So that I will not take under consideration of digital signature. So digital signature part pe, then other part. So that's what. So you will say that, okay, see, so signature hona chahiye. So then first, so there is a first communication is there between them. So how you say there is a, first of all, how they communicating. So communicating ke liye pehle to key exchange hona chahiye. So you may somebody say that entire from the beginning to end. If you say entire part, Then there is a key exchange protocol, there is an encryption, there is a digital signature. All these things are part and parcel, but we are separating them now. Are you okay?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So okay. So again, right. Actually, I am erased this. So for each small k belongs to capital K. So there is a signing algorithm. Okay, that is signature K belongs to yes. Okay, there is so we'll take this as a set of all signature algorithms. So I will take one particular K and K belongs to S, and I'll create one algorithm, right? So what is the fifth one? So I'll continue here to the next page. Okay, so so that is there, and the corresponding.
Sir, S is the set of all signatures.
Signatures, all possible signature algorithms or all possible functions. Is it okay?
So then A is a finite set of possible signatures.
Right. A set of all possible signatures.
And this is okay.
So P set of all possible messages. So I will take one key and I will create one signature scheme, right? Algorithm, and then I will apply on P and I'll get Y. I'll take X from here, I'll get Y, right?
Signature is a piece of information. Aditi.
So, and corresponding verification algorithm. Sorry. Corresponding verification and corresponding verification algorithm. So some verification key belongs to V. See, even though it is different K, so but actually these are related somehow. You know that RSA cryptography public and private key are linked, right? What is that? Somebody can help me. Public key is E. What is the private key? Is D. Do you see something? That is
It's
what
congruent to one mod.
one mod phi of n, right?
Oh.
So that is the thing. See, we need your help to remember these things, okay? Otherwise, we cannot continue the course. So that E D depend upon that one. That's why I'm just some people write again the same key here, but it is not same key. Okay. Yeah. So each signature K. So it takes a plain text to. It is a map plain text to. So plain finite set of plain messages to A, right? And verification algorithm is a map from where to where. Somebody help me.
It will be from a signature to
Not only signature, na, it will take. I told you that. Remember.
all signature and the message as well.
Message, both of it will take. So it is a map from what is input, what is the domain. It will take message.
P cross.
Right. It will go to what is the output, what is the codomain.
True or false.
True or false. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah. So true or false. Right. So it will take a message. It will take a signature. So message and signature, and it will map to so true or false. Okay, I don't know which one it is exactly, right? So it will go to one of these. Okay, verification algorithm. It is true, then I will accept the signature. Otherwise, I will not. Okay, So such that following equation is, so I am now writing that following equation is satisfied. Following equation is satisfied. So for every message, for this is true for every message, X belongs to P, and for every signature, Y belongs to A, right? That is verification of X comma Y. Earlier I wrote MS, but here I wrote XY. Okay, I hope you understand that. So it is equal to true. When it is true, that is now we need to tell if you're able to tell, we are done almost. So this is Y is equal to signature K of X, right? So if Y is not equal to, so Y is received, Y is actually signature, right? Signature of K of X. If it is not, then it is false. So yeah, so I'll tell you how can be done and all. So a pair X comma Y with X belongs to P, Y belongs to A, okay, is called signed message. So this pair is called signed message now. Is so entire definition is up to here. Okay, so it is, I started here. So it has P, K, A, S, V, and all these things, signature algorithm and verification algorithm, and this pair X comma Y is called signed message. So you obviously looking for that how it can be done or something, right? So, but before going further, so just telling in a different way. So for each K, for each small k belongs to capital K, right? The functions. So we should be very, these are important. So we have two functions, right? For each K, the functions. So signature K, verification K, right? So this is private, right? Private or secret. Signature is private or secret, right? Whereas verification is public. Anybody can check it. Okay, and both are actually, these two are polynomial in polynomial time algorithms. So that means we can signature we can do in a polynomial time algorithm. Verification is also done in polynomial time algorithm. Then only it will work, right? Otherwise it will not. So what is the other thing we need? Given a message X, it should be computationally infeasible. Which one is infeasible? Start thinking. Computationally infeasible for anyone other than allies, of course, right? To compute a signature Y. such that this verification k of x comma y is equal to true. So this is what we need, but how far we can do it, and that's a different question, right? So except so if you're able to create some other signature and message same message x, so if it is true, we are a fail. Okay, so that is the thing. So another interesting thing is that whatever it may be, signature scheme cannot be unconditionally secure. I'll write again. Okay, can you somebody think in the meantime why it is not unconditionally secure? What do you mean by unconditionally secure? Those things also we need to see. But I'll start writing. A signature scheme cannot be unconditionally unconditionally secure means what? So whatever may be the time you give, whatever the things, infinite time is given and all, then we cannot, even then we cannot crack it. One-time pads are like that, right?
So it's a one-way function, right?
Right.
Like it's a one-way function, right? Signature scheme. It's like you will give the input. It's like you will spit out the output, but you can't reverse back. It's like if you give the output, you can't get the input.
Yeah, see, publicly all our one-way functions are involved anyhow, right? So here also that is there, but yeah, it is very, very difficult. But thing is that here there is a small thing here I want to tell you that we have finite set of messages and finite set of thing. Then so we if you give infinite number of time and all, there is a possibility that we can get it. A signature scheme cannot be unconditionally secure since Eve can test all possible signatures. But don't worry about this particular thing. Okay, so just I want to say something related to computational thing. So I want to say that generally we will look for probably secure things. So if you are unable to do it in a probable time, then it is okay. So that is what I want to say. Okay. So otherwise you can forget about this. No comments on this. We'll go further. Okay. Okay, so now we will go one after the another, right? Okay, so before going further, going to actual algorithms, so I will tell you that where this some of the places where these digital signatures are using actually at this juncture. Okay, so digital signatures are there's many applications. So for example, digital signatures nowadays are using in digital certificates, right? Somebody know an example?
Emails are there.
Okay.
And it's like right now Zoom, when we conduct Zoom meetings, they also provide certificate. We can also check it out what algorithm they are using also.
Okay. Okay. I am not aware of this, at least. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah.
So yeah, so
Can you elaborate? Can you elaborate to everyone? If you know a little bit, okay. Not immediately also. Think about and explain us. Okay. So it is like a discussion among ourselves. Okay, na? You can take responsibility and you can explain to us other people. It's okay. It is because so many applications are coming, no one can become master in everything. That is for sure, right? See, I know, see, when you are getting even, if you have a postpaid account, then you will get a bill. In the bill, unless and until you give a password, it will not open. Those things are also coming. So of course, that is not digital signature. Yeah. So, and secure software updates also, right? All these are related to that somehow. But in details, I can also not go. Okay. Yeah. So somebody can comment if you want. Few examples only.
So web browsers are also there.
Okay.
Google is like when we click any website, so that certificate also takes.
No, actually, thing is that I am unable to comment because actually, which one is using digital, which one not using digital signature. I'm 100%. I cannot say at this juncture. Yeah, but anyhow, so there are
So
applications.
WhatsApp.
The actual digital signatures, like that a person gets from a company or something for them to, for the official sign-ins,
Right.
does that come under?
No, not that part. See, nowadays, yeah. So actually, digital signature is like signing, right? Right. Now, personally, many people have digital signatures, right? Even
That is
even
using
income
a
tax
stylus, yes.
also now recently asking that while you are filing up your return form, digital signature they are asking. So actually, I'm sorry that I am also not aware of anything.
Those signatures are they come in a pen drive, like they record the time and the video of
Timestamps.
you signing it, so that the receiver can verify that it is you who has signed it. So I don't know whether it comes under this.
Then it comes actually, right?
Yes.
One more actually realization of digital signature you can think of, whenever you will get domicile certificate or income tax certificate, so they are actually digitally signed by corresponding officers. So those officers actually use algorithm. uh, Algorithm is digital signature scheme actually they use, and this is implemented in some software. So software, they utilize that software into their computer system, and they will give input simply documents, and that will produce a one piece of information, and that has some stamp, and that stamp is printed on your certificate format, and then it is send it to you back. So that you consider actually it is digitally signed, and some serial number is also generated, and with this serial number you can go to the website and can verify whether it is signed by actual the respective officers or not. And the second example you can think of, these public key digital certificates. So digital certificates are things. Uh, so suppose that this actually digital signature, the need of the digital signature arises when public key crypto systems are used. So for the public key crypto systems, there is a public key. So how could you believe that this the public keys belongs to that person only? Is it authentic or not? So for the authentication of the public keys, digital certificate are used, and digital certificates are created by some very trusted party, and that trusted party actually signs the identity of a user of a public key crypto system together with creating a signature together with creating own signature schemes on the public key. So then you will get confidence that yeah, this public key is digitally this public key has a digital certificate, and now it is trusted public key, now I can utilize it. And these digital certificates are utilized whenever you will browse something. So suppose that you are going to the website of YouTube. So YouTube automatically has a digital certificate on the public key. So that public key is utilized by your computer system only when it is digitally certified by some authentic third party, whoever creates the certificate. then only your browser system will opens up your YouTube web page. So there are a lot of, yeah.
Yeah, and we can actually see that certificate also. It's like when you're using the
Yeah.
browser, there's a lock. What do you say that? There's a
Mm,
symbol called lock. When you click
yeah.
that, you can
Uh,
see the certificate. All that.
Yeah,
so
okay, good. Okay, so okay, good. We can come back to theory. Yeah, so you are correct. Thank you for discussion. So a lot of applications are there for sure. Okay, so we can learn it now. So we are actually becoming literate. Okay, earlier we are illiterate. Now we are literate. When you know thing, then you can use it later. Where they are applying, we can see that really they are using it. Okay, then so we'll comfortable while working with them. Okay, right. So I'm now telling that Bob is signing here. Okay, so depending upon the context, be ready. Okay, sometimes Alice will sign, sometimes Bob will sign. Don't worry about that. So one person will sign, one person will take the verified, right? So Bob first send. So do not assume that this entire thing is a protocol. Okay, that's what I want to tell you. So Bob is now sending a public key. So it is sending means not only to Alice, maybe to anyone, right? So K public, how there is a generator. First we'll generate those things also to entire thing. So sorry, diagram might not written clearly here. So public key is known to everyone. Now message is X. So there is a signature algorithm. So K Bob will use a private key and signature. So they will he will sign on that. Now this is the pair, right? This is a message pair. Signature, sorry, signature. Entire thing is called signature. So what is that I called? I forgot myself.
Signed message.
Signed message. Thank you. So that is called signed message. So the signed message now. So went here and so verification algorithm is there. So K public and this X comma S both are given, and it will give true or false. So this is the general setup. I hope this part is okay. Now these things I can write in a table also, right? Yeah, I think this is okay. No need to write as a tabular form again. Yeah, any questions till now? Okay, so it is better that you see some example, right? So now we'll first look at the RSA digital signature. So RSA is a public key crypto system, you all know. So I'm using RSA digital signature right now. RSA digital signature. Okay, good. So start working on that. So RSA digital signature, first what is that we'll do RSA keys, right? RSA keys are, so Bob is creating the message, right? If Bob is creating the message, then Bob's private key. So Bob's private key. So what is the private key? Do you remember in the RSA crypto system? Don't remember?
Actually, sir.
Yes.
So in the above diagram, so like suppose if there was someone else other than Alice, he could have done the same thing. So
Yeah.
like, is it? So then how does it make Alice know that only Bob sent the
Yeah.
message?
See, you are creating so many. You are like eavesdropper, Rohan. Yeah. So we are actually. I want to communicate. I am Alice, and you are the people, Bob. So you are the eavesdropper. You are always. So I'm just joking. Don't take it. Okay. So
Yes, yes.
yeah. So you are actually not. You are interrupting. Yes, you are correct. Actually, this so that is called comes under attacking analysis, and later part will come. You are 100% correct. See, when I am sending a public cape, when I sending X comma S, right? So then, um, so the eavesdropper Eve will take both X and S. Beach में Eve is there, right? Now, while he is an active attacker, then he will get both X and S. So he will now take the message X, okay, and he has his own public key and private key, right?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, so somehow he will send that message, signed message here, right? And
Yes.
also, so somehow, so now he will send the public key, and public key also his public key will send. Okay, if there is no public key, he is using this public key, then there is no problem, right? But
So
whereas, yeah,
here, sir, actually the use of digital certificate comes.
yeah, and understand.
Here
Yeah,
is the requirement. So Alice will actually deny if it is not, if it doesn't contain the digital certificate of authentic party.
Hmm.
So if it is forged by EU, then digital means issuing authority of the digital certificate will worry. Why?
yeah. So that's what we need to go to those aspects, right? Am I correct or not?
Yes, sir. Right.
Yeah. So there are things are there. It is not that we are saying that digital signatures are done, we are done. Still, whatever it is, people are mature enough, they are coming up, and we need to have other mechanisms. But it is solving some purpose. And later we go further, ask questions.
Here you can assume that key public is Alice possesses key public of Bob.
So Alice sends it to Bob the public key.
No, Bob is user.
No. I am here. I am telling that Bob is signing. So till now in the definitions, I told that Alice is the signer. I told you that a priori. If I am made you confused, then I am again sorry for that. But I hope I conveyed that.
So, but like in this context, like I was just thinking that it would make more sense if Alice sent Bob the public key.
No. See, who is the signer? See, if you think of that way, first there are some places. So, for example, I need signature. I need your HOD signature. You, for example, you need your HOD signature. Then you will go first. Then he will sign, and again you will verify it. So, and going means again there is a, so then you will say it is a protocol also, right? There is, I went first with message and he signed, then I verified and I said, now Bob asked, is it everything fine? So that, yeah, so make, it is difficult if you say that these things, yeah, sorry. But anyhow, you go ahead, Rohan, you say whatever you want to say now.
So actually, I'll just think of it properly later. Like
No, you can say something now. So, for example, Bob is signing, right? X, some message X is there, S signature is there. So on that he signed and he sent both X comma S both, right?
yes.
And so Alice looked at the Bob's public key, and so see, when I say it is public, anybody can access. But we can also see that pehle key exchange protocol only between these two people done. That also can be done, right? Yeah. So
yes.
there are, yeah. That is what I want to say, that I told you that you are like Eve. I am saying that here, if you keep on asking, there are various ways will come, and there is a confusion will come. Of course, I understand that every aspect when you are discussing first time, in particular the area like this, very complicated object time. Okay, so yeah, so you cannot master at one go, in the very beginning. So first to take certain things and work out, then again you ask question, then it will be work out on your own sometime and ask in the next class. Even now also ask, I am not denying that. Okay, I don't know how to convey.
Yes, understood, yes.
Yeah. So Bob's private key KPR and Bob's, can somebody tell me now in RSAP what is a private key? You forget?
It is D.
D. It is D. What is a public key?
E.
Hello? N and E.
N and E.
Very good. N comma E. Do not forget this. Okay. So Bob's public private key is this, and so this is the first thing, right? We need to be clear about. I am explaining with one example. So So somebody can help me that how RSA crypto system will work, so that other people, those who are not ready, then they will can understand. So we take two big primes, right? Bob will take two big primes, P and Q, right? And he computes N is equal to P into Q, right? Then he will choose arbitrarily E, where he will choose E.
Between 1 and 5n, such that GCD of 5n and E is 1.
Between
1 and 5n.
Very good, correct. Between 1 and phi of n, okay. And not only that one, GCD of E comma phi of n GCD is equal to 1, right? So first he will Bob has P, Bob has Q, Bob has N, Bob has phi of n, Bob has E. Then since E comma phi of n GCD 1 by Beezer's identity, there exists a D such that this is congruent to 1 mod n, right? Then what is that he will make public? N comma E. And in particular, public also, private key, actually P and Q also, people write P comma Q also private. Some people will write P and Q. It's okay. You can write that also. But D is the main crux. Hello? Yeah. So Pranita want to say something?
No, sir, it's correct.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Right. So right. So now go next page. So this is the keys now. Next interesting thing is that what is that we need to do? Signature protocol. So name is protocol, but basic RSA digital signature, RSA signature thing, RSA signature. Okay, signature, how it goes. So there is a person alias, Bob is signing. I told Bob is signing. So what that Bob will use? So private key. So that is equal to D. And also Bob has public key. That is, I'm not writing P and Q. Yes, this is public, but private key pay, actually P and Q also private people write, but here I'm not writing here. So compute the signature, right? Compute the signature. Compute the signature. So S is equal to, so what is so okay, here I can write actually. So he will communicate everybody this N comma E. So this is public. Now signature. Signature is equal to signature of, so which key he will use? Bob will use. Hello? You forgot?
He will use his private key.
Private key, right? So signing a private key and message is X. Okay. Somebody can help me. What is this equal to? Can you guess?
Why?
No, Y is fine. So can you guess something here? And so that alias what? Okay, I'll come to that. I am giving you for you to guess what is this function. Okay, so that verification can be done by using those who understand the RSA crypto system, they will tell that actually, but anyhow, so the same, it is a test to you that how far you understand the RSA crypto system.
M raised to E mod.
X is there.
No. So it should be X raised to E mod N.
Private key.
Are here, right?
Private key, which is private, is E is private.
So D.
D, X power D. What next? I wrote congruent already. Mod N. Right? Yeah. Now what is now X comma S? X is the message, S is the signature. What is signature now? Somebody help me. Hello, fast. What happening? Why you are not telling?
X raised to D.
X raised power X power D. Just now we computed X power D mod n. Why you are not telling that? Okay. Now verification. So how do you do the verification? So verification करने के लिए, so I have to do X dash I'll compute, right? What is that I had to compute, and it is equal to something finally. So verification is that X dash equal to X or not, true or false. Okay. So it is again as I got the message, then I will done. Okay. So implies valid signature. Not equal to X mod n, then not valid, right? Invalid. Yeah. So somebody can come up. What is the full company? X raised
R.
huh?
S, sir.
Yes. Okay. S power
R.
R. What is R? R is not at all used till now.
E everything.
E.
Huh?
E. S raised to E.
E, public key. Public key is available. Public key is available. E is the n comma E, right? And also, since n is also used, I can do mod n also, right? See, this n also came from public. E also public. X and S all LS received, right? So X. So right now I am not using X. Remember, I am not using X. That is the verification. Finally, I am using only signature. S power S kiya. So what is that I will get here? What is S? So this much only I will do, but verification you can check actually. What is S? Come up.
X raised to
X raised to
D.
D. And X raised to D power E.
Yeah, so it's X raised to E D mod n.
But now that become 1, right?
Yes, because ED is congruent to 1 mod 5.
That is ILS theorem से वो आएगा, right? That is what RSA पे आपने किया है. I don't know.
Yes, sir, we have done it.
Yes.
Yeah. So that is what. So it is easy to check that. I'm not proving it now. X equal to X power D power E. All those things. Verification is easy. So even if you do not studied RSA algorithm, but you can verify. But you already done it, so I'm not verifying it. Okay.
Actually, sir had showed us the verification.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, it is not much complicated thing. So is it everyone is clear? Anyone, any comments you want to make? So somebody can help me RSA signature scheme. Pranita, can you tell me?
Yeah, sir.
I'm going to next page now, complete free. Yeah. Now tell me how RSA signature scheme is working.
So Alice has sent the document to Bob.
That is okay. Leave it. That we are not worried about. Only signature scheme only we are looking. Okay, good. Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah. So Bob has to sign.
Mm-hmm.
So the signature is S.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah. So now
How signature S came actually? That is important.
so yeah, the signature S. Okay. So we have chosen. So can you just start? I will complete.
First, what Bob will choose? Bob will choose two big primes, P and Q.
Right. So after Bob choosing P and Q, he will publicly make announcement for N. So N is what is P into Q. And then after that N, he will compute phi of N, and he will choose one random number between 1 and phi of N, which will be GCD of them will be 1. And he will also make that publicly available, that will be E.
Okay.
And after that he will take the signature S, and he will so he had named the whatever he has got out of the number as D, so he will do S to the power D. So and he sends it to Alice. Then Alice decrypt it by using the public key E, like Y to the power
It is not
E.
decrypt. That's why be careful.
Verify.
Verification. Yeah. So it is not actually now message is, we are not checking. It is no ciphertext here.
Right, sir.
No, it's okay. Good. So you are in that, at least you are in the, we are using cryptography terms, that is good. But now X is message as it is sent. We are not ciphertext sent.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Yeah, good. Yeah. So, but in general, if you want actually all at a time, then you will try to do encrypt also, then first decrypt it, then again now verification, all those things can be combined later, right? Okay, so we'll work with some example. So choose, so Bob wants to sign, so she will choose two numbers, right? P equal to 3 and Q equal to 11. My earlier example, I hope you remember, maybe, I don't know. So Q is equal to 11, right? And now N is equal to P into Q. So that is 33, right? Okay. So now what will compute? P of N. P of N is equal to how much?
20.
20, right? So it is 20. Now choose E is equal to, let us say 3, right? I can choose, right? Now I'll compute D. D, can you somebody help me? What is D? It is equal to E inverse, right? Congruent, right? So E inverse is congruent to modulo 33, modulo 20, right? What is that number?
7.
27.
7.
Yeah, 7.
7. Correct. So we have all these things. Suppose that now so now at this juncture, what Bob will tell to Alice or anybody? Yes. What is my public?
33 and 3.
3. I don't know why. Anyone can speak. Yeah. Okay, good. So this is done. Now suppose my message is X is equal to, say, 4. My message is 4. Okay. Now signature S value I need to compute. How do I compute? S is equal
4 raised to 7.
Mod.
4 power 7 mod
Modulo
modulo
33.
33, correct. Okay, so I'm going to get, let us say, if you compute this, I'll get to 16. Okay, so believe me. So this is 16 modulo 33, right? So then what she will do now? Bob will do now. Okay, Alice and Bob. Okay, what Bob will do now? We'll send message comma signature 16, right? So verification here, right? Yeah, come up fast. What is that we'll do?
16 raised to 3 mod.
Yeah, so we'll compute X dash. X dash is 16 power
3.
3. Very good. Mod
33.
33. Correct. So what is that you supposed to get?
4.
4.
Okay. So then is it X dash equal to X? Yes, it is verified, valid, otherwise no, right? So this is done. Okay, good. So I'm not going into other aspects, like he asked somebody in between Eve will take up the n comma E and create take some S. Okay, so what actually happens is that, so Eve will only take the signature only. Okay, you will only modify signature. You will not even change that part. See what I want to say. but I do not want to discuss this before, but Rohan ko respect karna hai, kuch he is telling. So that what is the thought he get it to him, it is really correct actually. So to make it this one, I want to tell you certain aspect here, but I'm not going into details. Okay. Yeah. So for example, Bob has a private key D, right? And public key N comma E. Okay. So then, so first Bob will send to Alice this N comma E. Okay. So Eve able to access the Bob's this one, right? Then what she will do, but Eve does not know D. Okay, remember, Eve does not know D, but now Eve know N and E, right? Then what she will do, she will take another message X, Eve, right? What she will do, can you predict?
Change X to something else.
Yeah, so something, right? So she also got see, till message is not got from here. Are you following? So now compute she will compute like this. Let us check. S power E mod n. 1 minute, what I'm saying.
Oh, she computes and then changes it.
No, she taking some signature. So S belongs to Zn. Let us see what happens. So thanks. Actually, I do not told you boy or girl, but you told girl. So okay, good. So okay, so she S belongs to Zn. So N comma E Bob is sending. So she took that one, Eve, and she computed X equal to S power E. Now what is that we have now? X is there, S is there. What is X now? Hello?
S is X raised to D.
No. See, X is not came from Bob. Bob even not signed.
Okay.
Very good, actually. So you try to understand. So all of you, silence, get start, right? So what is happening? So Bob sent only the public key, right? What are that? N and E, right? So now he not yet signed. Okay, I'm giving some valid pair how Eve can do. So Eve take some signature. पहले से signature लिया है. Signature not constructed. Signature पहले लिया. By using signature, she constructed the message. Beauty, right? So
because she knows E. Okay.
So now X comma S. When it reaches Alice, what is Alice do? Alice also get NE.
Verify.
Verify. NE reached here also. Eve also it is reached. Alice also it is reached. So what is that Alice will do first?
She will
take S.
Find S, yeah.
S power what she will do?
D.
E. What he has to get? This is X dash. But when it is verified,
D, no?
What is D? D, no one knows. Why you are confused?
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, don't worry. That is good. But okay, I will start beginning. Okay, since confusion came, that should be. See, she is giving a valid. What is that, Aditya? Again, I forgot. Message.
So actually, Eve doesn't know D, so then it won't be a problem, isn't it?
Yeah, Eve also does not know D.
Yes, so then Eve would not be able to do anything, isn't it?
No, he is giving some valid message and signature. That's what I want to say.
Oh, yes.
See, I'm creating some valid thing without actually from the Bob.
Okay, that means it's a valid message only. They'll not be able to understand that it is not coming from Bob.
No. See, Bob want to send. Again, see, next time Bob will send, right? He will not allow it to go to Alice.
Yes.
So there are so many things are there. If you go further and further, so then you will ask that why you are actually doing digital signatures also. That's why I'm not going inside. Rohan, I hope you will appreciate now at least.
Yes, yes. So actually, I was just thinking that actually this thing does not spoil the thing because
No, please, do not assume like that. No, don't worry.
No, sir. I meant what I was trying to say is that this thing, like I now I'm thinking the other way that Eve actually cannot uh, do anything because Eve doesn't have D. So then, like, so it will not cause a problem. That is.
Right. But
So
actually, you see, this all depends upon the. See, when you are using some computer, your mother, father, somebody also use it, or your father is using, you will also use it. So there are many things happening like that, right? Bob's father's information use karke money draw karna. I do not want to tell all those worst things, right? So that means that the attacker has so many powers,
yes,
access to many things. So they will change things. Movies also we are observing them. Okay. So what is that I want to say? Bob want to send something to Alice. So first he send n comma e, right? So Bob not at send x and s, but Eve already send x and s. Okay. And whenever Bob sending to Alice, then she will stop. Then Alice think that this is actually I came from Bob and this is the thing. Okay.
yes.
But that is okay. But again, I am not saying that you no need to worry about all those details, those worst things. But I want to say that we can create the valid signature. That is what I am asking Aditi. What is that I told? I forgot that again. Signature.
A signed message.
Signed message. Thank you. Okay.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
I'll create some signed message. So that is verified thing. Key I can create. Okay. So is it okay? Now can I proceed? Any questions further?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so everything is fine. Okay, good. So now I am going to another key system. So here, this is a public key crypto system. We use it for digital signatures. Now I am using another public key crypto system. What is that? Means no one want to say Elgamal, right? Elgamal signature scheme. Elgamal signature scheme. Okay, how do you do that? Right? So what is the things? First, I am telling that generation of the key generation. I am telling. So 3 points. Okay. First, I am telling key generation. I am recalling Elgamal also side by side. So key generation. So Bob will generate keys. What is that he will choose? He will choose. Okay. First, choose large prime. I know that many of you forget Elgamal, right? So that's why I'm not asking you questions. But please go through the Elgamal crypto system one more time. So choose a large prime P, choose a primitive element. Choose a primitive element. So Pragati is here.
Yes, sir.
So is it okay? Now I am writing everything instead of, is it fine?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Okay. So so those who are liking this, you need to thank Pragati. She wrote me a mail that instead of slides, it is better you write. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Choose a primitive element alpha of ZP star or a subgroup of ZP star. But okay, we'll come to that in a while. So don't worry about this. So first two parts still okay. We proved that primitive element exists for all primes. Okay. Right. What next we will choose? Choose a random integer. So that is a beauty of Elgamal. There is a randomness little bit here. So that is missing there. Of course, he will choose random, but that is a little different. So that is much more analysis can be done actually later. Between these two, what is advantage, disadvantages like that. So P minus 2 tak jayenge, right? And then the fourth one, main thing. So compute beta is equal to alpha power D. What is alpha?
Primitive element.
Primitive element in ZP star. ZP is a cyclic group. And with respect to multiplication, if you remove 0, it is a field actually. It is a field, and every finite field, the multiplicative group is cyclic group. So it has a generator. That is this, right? Primitive element or generator for cyclic group, both are same. Good. So beta equal to alpha power D. Okay. And then what is that going to happen? So what are the public and what are the private? Okay. So K public now. K public are, so somebody can recall, P is public,
G.
alpha is public, one more is public,
Beta.
A.
beta, right? Beta is public, and what is private?
Only D.
Same D. Okay, but this D is different. So that D is depends upon that the factorization problem is tough. This D is depend upon discrete logarithm problem is very difficult to evaluate. So these two hard problems. So here discrete logarithm problem. So under and inside that Elgamal crypto system, so there is some hard problem for security purposes, right? So probably secure के लिए वो हमारा पास है. So probably secure के लिए, right? Discrete logarithm problem inside working. Okay. Now what is that we need to do? First, what we done? We done the signatures, right? So key generation. So public key and private key. Now we'll go to the signature algorithm, right? So Elgamal signature generation. Okay, so how do you do? So this is do not know. Okay, so you do not tell this. So choose a random key. So some people call random ephemeral key, but I am just saying, so random key KE, this belongs to, so 0, 1, 2 and so on up to P minus 2. Okay, such that GCD of KE comma P minus 1 is congruent, is equal to 1. P minus 1, we remember. So the first time these are a little difficult, not easy to remember all these things, but it takes time. Compute, that's why they are famous. Okay, so they created very systematically. Compute the signature parameters. Signature parameters. One is R and other is S. Okay, signature is now pair. I'll come to that in a while. So again, we take alpha. So R is, I need to compute two things, K power E mod P. What is this KE? It is a random number from 1 to P minus 2. Okay. So till now I am not used the private key. Remember, private key I am using in S while computing S. What is a private key?
D.
D.
D. So this is now also I am not using message till now. So message also I am using. So X minus D times, now this R I am using here. D is a private key I am using here. Message I am using here, multiplied with KE inverse. So I'll tell you why we'll do like this, but yeah, so at this juncture little bit difficult. So these are the things we will do. Okay, and then so entire thing that message, signed message. Yeah, now I remember. The signed message is now this X comma R comma S. This is the signed message. Message and signature. Signed message. This entire thing is the signed message. So signature is not just one S, R comma S. It is a pair. Okay. This is the signed message. Okay, so signature thing is done. Now I need to tell verification algorithm, right? So LGAML signature verification. Signature verification. How it is done? So it is done by, so first we compute the value. So there also we computed X dash, remember? So compute the value. What is the value you need to compute? T is equal to beta power. See, what is that Alice got now from the Bob? Can somebody help me that what is the right now Alice has with her related to Bob's thing?
Signed message.
That is okay. That is one thing. Before that also some public file. P is there with Alice.
Alpha and
Alpha is there with Alice. Okay.
beta.
Beta is there with Alice. Okay. X is there with Alice. Okay. R comma S is there Alice with. Okay. These are all there with Alice. Are you clear, Aditi?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. Now the compute, so she will compute. Now beta she know, right? So she will use this. She know R from R comma S. She will use that. And R power S. Okay, mod P. Okay. Then she verify like this. T is congruent to alpha power S mod P implies valid signature. If it is not congruent to alpha power S mod P, implies invalid. I will tell you in a little different way now. Yeah, but before going to that, so can you somebody, I think everything is in one page luckily, yeah, right now. So first key generation. So choose a large prime P. So I am now, I'll give some time to you. Then I will ask one of you. Key generation, I will ask one person. I will ask signature generation one person. And then LGAML signature verification another person. Okay, key generation, choose a large prime P. Choose a primitive element alpha. And then choose a random integer D. And compute beta equal to alpha power D modulo P. Then public is P alpha beta, private is D. So with that, key generation is done. So LGAML signature generation, choose a random KE, okay, belongs to 0, 1 up to P minus 2. So remember that these are very important. D up to P minus 2, KE up to P minus 2. Because P minus 1 is, okay, GCD of KE comma P minus 1 is 1. Okay. So it is also similar actually. Phi of P is P minus 1, some sort of, right? Okay. Compute the signature parameters. R is equal to, this is the things you may forget. Alpha power KE mod P S is equal to x minus dr ke inverse mod p minus 1, mod p minus 1 here. That is also important. Mod p here. I will wait some time here. These are the two things you need to remember mainly. Alpha power ke mod p, x minus d times r, ke inverse mod p minus 1. Okay, once these are done, then a signature scheme is that T is equal to beta power or R power S mod P. Yeah. So I'm going to next page. Basically, this T is equal to beta power R, that is actually, so just I will write here, beta power R into R power S is congruent to, somebody can tell me what is beta?
Alpha raised to D.
Alpha raised to D, good. Alpha raised to D power R. And what is R value?
Alpha raised to ke.
Ke, correct. Alpha raised to ke. But luckily both are in mod P only, right? There is no problem. Right? So this is equal to now alpha power dr
So
plus
raised to s.
raised to?
Alpha power ke raised to s, right?
Ah, okay, thanks. K is okay, thanks. 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 Yeah. So mod P. Right? This is one side. Okay. Now
That is X.
so 1 minute. So actually, so here this side this is equal to alpha power something. Can you predict it?
X.
X. How do you know it is X?
Because the signature parameters tell you that S is congruent to X minus dr into K inverse.
Okay, okay. So from here, right?
Yes, sir.
So from here, first K inverse like that. Yeah, good, right. You are very much correct, clear. Okay. So whether these two are true or not. So that is mean that, but here these two are same or not, we need to do in the modulo P minus 1. So you need to check that this is true here. dr plus kes mod P minus 1. Okay. So if this is true or not, we need to check. So once this is done, verification is done. Okay. So I'll go a little fast with one example, then I'll stop. Okay. So because maybe these things may be clear after the example also sometimes. That's why I better to give an example so that this will consolidate. So what is that Bob will first choose? Choose some prime P, right? So I'm taking the prime as 29. Okay. What next she will do? Choose
Primitive element.
primitive element. So I'll take the primitive element is 2. Okay. Next, what she will choose? He will choose
Random integer.
random integer D. That is, I am choosing 12. Okay. Yeah. So next 4, what is that she will compute?
Beta.
Beta is equal to alpha power D, right? So it is equal to 2 power 12. So 2 power 12 modulo how much? 29. Right. So we'll get some number, right? So, but here, what are the public things? So this is congruent to 7 actually. Okay. What are the public things now?
29, 2 and 7.
29 is a prime, 2 is alpha, and beta is 7. Okay, good. So this is done. right? Now signature scheme, right? So let us suppose, so x is equal to 26. So I better write here signature. So let us take x equal to 26. Okay. Now what is that Bob will do? He will choose KE, random number, right? So it is equal to 5. So how do you will choose? There's some condition has to be satisfied. GCD of 5 comma
28.
28 should be 1. Very good. Thank you. So then what he will compute? R value and S value. You remember what is R equal to?
Alpha raised to Ke mod.
Alpha power Ke, right? Correct. So that is alpha is how much? 2. K is how much? 5. So modulo kahan karna hai?
29.
29. Correct. Okay. So if you do that one, we will going to get, before I'll write S later. So we'll get 3 mod 29. Okay. Then next what? Yes, I had to compute. Bob will compute, not me. Sorry. So that is, so x minus d times r into Ke inverse. Ke comma p minus 1 GCD is 1. That's why I do modulo p minus 1. Okay. So this is congruent to, so minus 10. I hope you understand. Into 17. You know what is 17? Congruent to 26 mod 20. This is congruent to 26 modulo 27. Finally, 26 is the S value. So what he will send here?
26.
26
20.
in bracket R comma S, right?
3 comma 26.
3 comma 26. Thanks. So verification here now. Here we have verification. What is a verification here? So what first Alice will compute T. What is T? Beta power
R.
And R power S, right? So that is equal to, what is beta value? 7 power, R value 3, and 3 power 26 modulo 29. Okay, so this is equal to 22 modulo 29. Okay, and so we need to check that is T is equal to alpha power S R naught mod 29. Then we will say verified. So can you check that? What is alpha power S? What is alpha? Alpha is 2. What is S? 26. So 2 power 26 is congruent to how much we need to see, and luckily that is 22. Not luckily, it is true, because that is what going to happen. Yeah. So check it, this part. So I will stop here. Any questions before stopping? For example, also we discussed.